Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I am going to show you the three hardest, in my opinion, the three hardest tracks on this game to learn and do good at. And the very first one, this one's the hardest, is going to be Wales. Now Wales is hard because of the the compound on the ground. And then there's another section toward right here in the beginning. This section right here is really freaking tough to master. I still haven't mastered it. I usually give up on this track because it's so hard, but we're gonna try to get through it today. So yeah, you probably will see me crashing a lot, hitting those curbs and everything. It used to be, I mean, it's a lot harder on like the older games. This one here is not so bad, but see how like you barely hit that curb and it kind of starts to throw your car, so you have to be really in control. This here is probably the hardest track on this game to master, in my opinion. Other people might have a different opinion, but this one here is by far the hardest, in my opinion, to get to master. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go through the whole track, and I will try to give you the cleanest race I possibly can. But if I wreck, don't be mad. Don't question my sim rig abilities. And yes, we're doing this in the chase cam just because I want to show off this beautiful Subaru, which is such a beautiful car. I'm surprised we're actually doing as good as we are right now, to be completely honest with you. It's just the handling in this game is so much better, and it feels a lot nicer.
And left 3 into right 3, medium, tightens.
So let's get up here. Oof. So nice though. This feels so good. So I don't know if you guys can hear me that well. I hope you guys can. I tried to fix the sound so that it's not so bad. But oh man, that was a nice one. I mean, I'm starting to feel like this is the easy part now. That's the weird thing, man. I'll try to just take this kind of slow because it's very, very dangerous when you get up there on that curve. Well, it used to always be. It doesn't appear like it's too difficult now, but I'm still kind of taking my time and getting through that. So yeah, we are taking our time. We're not trying to rush through anything, do anything majorly crazy, but whew.
And right 3 short into left 3 short over junction. Hard brake for square right over gravel and right 5.
Get through that. Now we're going on to this. This is where this track gets really difficult, because this is like essentially, I mean, it is gravel, but it's like essentially muddy all the time. It's like always wet, and it's not, so it's like always slippery. It's a lot more slippery through here, so when you brake, you slide a lot longer than you normally would anywhere else. And if you're still trying to build up speed and stuff, see, like, look how much more you slide just through that. Like, it gets really slippy in through here. So that's probably why I feel like this is one of the harder tracks to get used to, because you'll be sliding a lot more than normal than you do on any of the other tracks. It's almost like it always feels like it's raining. Like it's always wet. Yeah, see, you just slide. You don't even, you lose traction real quick. Traction is really hard, so throttle control, braking, and e-brake are necessary on this track. A lot more of the throttle control though, because you brake, you slide. You brake, you slide. So some turns you gotta be slowed down before you hit that turn. And memorizing this track is pretty freaking tough. I'll tell you that. Like, it is pretty tough to try to memorize everything on this track.
Right over crest into left 4 short off camber 50.
So catches you off guard a lot.
And left 4, very long.
But
Don't
I mean, some
bumpy.
people really like that too. Like it's a lot easier to pull off slides and stuff like that on this level. So that's also a good thing too if you're really into that, you know, into that sliding. But you also need to pay attention because sometimes you're just not 100% in control of that slide. It's like I'm already sliding way farther than I wanted to. So this is just hard just because of the compound and the ground and stuff. Like the turns and all of that stuff aren't necessarily like really hard or bad turns. It's, ooh, dang. It's more along the lines of just how the terrain feels on the car. You just slide. But it is a fun track to drive too, though. So I mean, it's one of those ones that you could probably learn to master. Put the logs on the side of the road and stuff. Make it hard to stay right where you need to. It's a tough one. Yeah, and then you get out here in the grass and it just keeps pulling you more over there. This is a tough track, man. I don't drive this one a lot just because it's tough. I have to be in a mood to want to get on here and drive it. And I have to be like really focused and paying attention. Like I was driving it earlier. I was going the backwards route though instead of this one. And so I was like, oh yeah, you know, and I was doing pretty decent on it. But now I'm talking and trying to make a video, so it's definitely a lot more challenging. Trying to keep my focus. But the momentum and the slide momentum, if you nail it just right on here, I think this one here, if you can just learn where to be, what speed to be at when you go to into these turns, and where to get around them, like you can usually get around the stuff pretty decently. But I feel like you've really got to have good momentum going in there. You might be able to get some good sliding in here, but the old crash physics of the game had prevented me from ever trying to really trying to figure that out, because it just got more frustrating as you're playing this track. This is a frustrating one. This is probably this is the hardest one for me to master. And I usually, like I said in the beginning, I usually give up on this track before I finish it most of the time. So it just gets frustrating, and I don't ever try to just drive it over and over and over again, because yeah, it already frustrates me enough. Which it shouldn't, because it almost feels like it almost kind of feels like the new track in Sweden, like the snow. It kind of feels like that, but on that track you've got like the snow walls. On this you've got logs and fences and freaking trees that'll stop you dead right on a dime and stuff, and then you just slide way out here. Yeah, so that's the biggest difference between this one and that one, is the whoa, no, don't go all the way out there. Whoa. See, like your e-brake, nothing works. Like you just slide. Just slide across the mud. Oh, so yeah, I guess that other part is the easiest part. The gravel section is definitely the easier part on this now. It used to be like really sketchy through there, but now it feels a lot better. So that part's basically fixed, but this mud, man, this mud driving is not fun. It's not fun all the time, man. You got to be in a mood to want to deal with this stuff. But the slide feels pretty good through here too now. I actually kind of feel like it feels a little bit better, because I'm technically doing a lot better than I normally would be. So that's a good thing. I'm actually doing a lot better. So that's a bonus. Ooh. Definitely doing a lot better than normal. See, I hit that brake right there and it pulled me all the way over left more. It's so irritating. But look at the
And right 4 long.
dirt
bumpy.
now. It just looks so much cooler on here.
Into
Like
left
you can
5
tell they
over
upgraded
crest,
that.
through
You can
gate.
see all the like tire marks and stuff that make this look
Caution,
so much
hard brake for
cooler.
Square left, slippy, narrows through gate.
Whoa, why are we freaking sliding all the way that way?
And right 3 into left 3, don't cut.
Gosh, this
Caution,
mud,
jump
man.
into
It's
hairpin right, don't
got
cut.
like
Opens.
terrible traction.
Into left 2, medium through water.
On the other tracks, I'm not going to do the big long ones. I'm just going to do the short ones so the video doesn't take 3 hours to upload.
And left
So,
3 short opens,
but you will
cut
know
into
my
right 3
three
over crest.
my three most challenging tracks that aren't as challenging anymore because I played them so much. But the other two tracks I do drive a lot more because I really like those two tracks. One of them was such a hard track for me for a long time, so we'll do that one next. It was such a hard track for me for a long time, but now it's a much better experience. This one here is still hard for me, so maybe this game is the game that I will tackle this one and learn how to drive it better and get a lot better on it.
For square left, don't cut over gravel.
So that would be a good thing. But yeah, this mud, man, it's so freaking. It's pretty tough to learn. For me, at least, it has been. Maybe this, like I just said, this will be the year that I actually freaking get better at it and learn how to do it more. Because like I said, I usually just get frustrated and give up on it. And I know I shouldn't do that, but I do. I don't. It gets too annoying for me. Crashing and crashing and crashing and crashing, and you're trying to get it done right, starting over and starting over. See, this section here feels a lot better now too, though. This tarmac section. Everything with tarmac on this game is feeling really good this year.
And left 3 short 30. Brake, left 1 at junction 50.
So much better.
Into right 5,
Dang.
50.
Such a pain in the butt with this mud, man. I don't like how slippy it is.
4 and left 3 medium.
It's just because all the danger's on the side of the road. If it was like Sweden, it wouldn't be a big deal, but
Keep in and left 3 open.
this right here, man, you're punished harder for hitting stuff. That's why I don't understand like how people can be so good at this track. I need to just get better.
4 short, small cut, 80. And brake right 3 short, tightens over crest.
Sheesh.
Get us off here quick, please.
You better not be freaking
Left, keep in.
trying to go over and above. You gotta stay right on it. You can't freaking go fast. You gotta
Into left 5 over crest.
pay attention.
Flat right tightens 4, opens over bump.
You gotta 100% be in 100% control of these cars.
Right, keep middle over crest. Right 5, 50 over crest.
Right 550 over crest.
Left 3, small cut, opens over crest, 30.
Where's the cut? Where's the cut? Where's the cut there?
Seems a bit optimistic.
Yeah, it's very optimistic.
Keep middle, jump over crest. And right 5, tightens 4 long for finish.
Ding!
Let's go again.
Oh, we're not doing that one again. We're getting out of here. We're going to cross the finish line and move on. Boom. So there we go. That is the hardest track for me at my current level. So and now for the second, the one that gave me the most freaking trouble until I sat down and learned how to drive this track. This one was a pain in the butt for me, but now I love this track. And I feel like Wells is going to be the same way after I figure it out and get used to it and learn it. But there's, like I said, there's always been like that give or take with this game. You know, like most of the time it'll feel good on the tarmac, or it'll feel terrible on the dirt. Well, when the WRC game started feeling good on tarmac, is when I started getting better at this track. This game does feel better on the dirt nowadays, so we will start possibly trying to tackle Wells and get better at it. This one here was a very hard track. Oh, look, there I go in that other car.
Narrows 100, right 6 brake over crest and left 4 narrows at junction 100. Brake hairpin left, don't cut. Into flat right and flat left 50.
Gosh dang it, that ghost is throwing me off.
Right 4 short and left 6 for right 5, 30.
See, this like is really touchy because the grapevines to the side of the road will stop you dead in your track, and then like hitting the walls and stuff, and like me trying to be like, oh yeah, like right in the middle is always a thing for this. Now I'm driving in this view is already putting a little bit of making it a little bit difficult for me anyways. So
and caution, right 5 over jump into left 4 short 50.
That's pretty good.
Short, small cut over crest,
this
18.
Section right here is probably the hardest part of it, and this is the section that I was talking about. Oh dang, I was gonna only do like the short one. I'll do the long one on this one, and I'll just do a short piece on the next one, because the next one here is still a difficult track to learn anyways.
Into Kings, brake for hairpin right.
But this here was the second hardest track for me for a while until I finally got it figured out.
Flat left into right 6, bumpy, and flat left into right 6, tightens. And left 4 short, narrows into left 6, short 50. Right 4 short, small cut, into left 4, tightened, and right 5, tightens. Into caution, left 4, keep in, over crest. Into right 4, small cut, into left 4, short at junction 100, flat left,
ooh,
into
dang.
right 5, keep in.
Gosh, that view, man, that throws me off.
And left 4 into right 6. Into junction, keep middle, over crest, narrows, into kinks. And caution, right 4 cut, into left 5.
Oh, I caught that
brake,
guy.
into left 3, keep into right 4, into hairpin left, cut 30.
Come down here and boom.
Left 4, short cut, into right 4, short.
Nice little driving.
Into left 4, into right 5,
section.
100.
Can't believe we already freaking hit that
jump
thing.
over crest, 80, right 5 long, keep in. And caution, left 4 brake, into chicane right, bumpy at junction. For flat left, into left 6, narrows, fence in.
Gosh, that
Right 4,
ghost,
narrows,
man, that
over
bugs
long.
me.
Into
Throws
left
me
6.
off.
And right 6 long, 100.
I don't know why. It shouldn't bug
Caution,
me,
right
but it
2,
does.
don't cut, into left 3, opens.
It's too distracting. Gotta get in the
Left 4,
settings to
brake,
turn the
20.
ghost off because it's just distracting.
Hairpin left, cut into flat right, cut narrows, opens and tightens. Right 1, don't cut at junction, into left 4, keep in. And right 3 short.
This here was the hardest part of this track, was in here through the vines and everything. Once you get out of here, it's not as tough.
Keep middle over crest. And right 6
Usually gets a
long,
lot
keep
better.
in, into jump.
But these are
Left
technically
5
like
tight, into right 4
high
short,
speed too.
narrows, and left 6 into right 6. For left 5 into caution,
High
right
speed
4,
area.
don't cut. And left 5 short, keep in, into right 4.
It really does help to drive it a lot and practice and practice and
Hard
practice,
brake, hairpin right and flat right.
especially on
long.
this section. As you can see, my other ghost is like getting
Left
away
5
from
long,
us.
keep in, tightens into kinks over 50. Into flat right, into left 4, short, into right 6, keep in.
And this right here,
Left 5
just
short,
oh
narrows,
no!
100. Come on, let's focus.
Yes, let's focus.
Caution, hard brake for hairpin left. And keep
Well,
right
once you
over
get out
crest
from this
into
part,
Kings
then
and
this
left
track
6
usually
short
gets a
bail
little
in. Into
bit
right 5
easier
tightens, short
to
up
deal
hill.
with.
And left 5 over crest tightens into right 4 short.
Lots and lots and
Left
lots
5
and lots
short
of
into
practice.
hairpin right 100 bumpy. Flat right over crest, hard brake 50. Square left at junction 150. Right 5 cut 30. Right 4 small cut into bridge and right 3 cut 80.
And there's like so much you gotta watch out for on these freaking tracks.
Caution, hairpin left.
Because they're like really dangerous on the side of the road.
And flat right tightens short. Into left 4 long. And flat right tightens 3 short. Through kinks into left 4 short. And hard brake, hairpin right for keep in and hairpin left bail in. Flat right
Better go,
tightens
Ghost.
short
I'm creeping
into
up
left
on
4
you.
narrows. Into flat right 30. Hard brake.
The car's
hairpin right
definitely
over
faster
crest,
than
don't
this
cut
one.
80. Right 6,
maybe not
keep
that
in,
fast,
into left 5, don't cut, 100. Square left, big cut, 100. Left 6, 50.
Ooh, I remember from last time I was driving there, Mr.
Right
Car.
5, keep in, and left 5 over crest, cut. And right 4 short, small cut, narrows, and left 5, cut, 30, hard brake. Square left, don't cut, 80.
Get up here on these narrow streets.
Keep in, into caution, right
I mean,
5,
these are still
hard brake,
challenging,
tightens,
but they're
square
not
right,
as challenging as the vines and the freaking the concrete barriers right next to the you. That's pretty scary. Driving through that. This is still freaking a little bit scarier and up here too. Not in this area, but it does get kind of scary.
Junction into left 3 short. Into right 5 tightens long.
Dang. We're neck and neck, man.
And right 3 30.
Ghost, he's doing pretty good. He was struggling though.
Right 30. Left 3 opens long and tightens.
This Subaru, man, this has a little bit better
Crest into right 6.
a little bit better
And flat left 30.
whatchamacallit, handling when it gets into those turns.
And flat right for flat left long. And right 6 long, narrow.
This right here, man, it's like a flat out section, but you used to run right up onto that hill and hit those, and then you got the chicane right after that. So you gotta, it's so much easier to pull that chicane off in cockpit view though.
Right 5, don't cut.
That guy right there, see, he like blew right by me, blew the doors right off me.
Left cut, narrows 300.
Yeah, this Subaru feels pretty decent for that slowing down and then
junction 100. Right 6 and left 6.
it's one of those things where you gotta muscle memory and remember where to go.
Left 5, keep in for right 6 long, tightens 4, keep in.
Dude,
Hairpin left 100.
getting that back end out on me.
Left 4, keep
Dang,
in.
this is
30.
a nice freaking neck and neck, man.
Hairpin right 30.
The old versus the new. The new
Right 5 short into
Puma
left
versus
4 and
the
right
old
5, keep in.
Subaru. What a
Caution,
good
left 2 into
freaking
junction, right 2,
educational
uphill, narrows.
video.
And right 4 tightens and left 3 bumpy. And flat right. Into flat left and right 4 tightens short.
Get there.
Left 6 into right 5. And right 4
We'll get
short
there, but
80,
this track here has
hard
just
brake,
gotten so
hairpin
much
right,
funner
don't cut into left
so
for
much
long,
funner to
keep in,
drive
opens.
over the years.
And right
It just
5,
gets
30.
funner and funner.
Caution, hard brake, junction, left 3 narrows into square right.
Like 2008 was, or the WRC 8 was, I think, the first time I drove in this track. And I was like, whoa, man, that game was so hard at 30 frames a second on Xbox. But I'll tell you what, man, the 60 frames a second has definitely made this game even better to play, you know, 60 frames. It's that definitely helped a lot just with that.
Into right 4, short and finish.
Woof, we got it. We got it. We beat the ghost. We beat him. By a very small margin, but we got him. All right, I'm a 17, almost an 18 now after that. Reckless. Call me names. Don't call me names. And here you go. Here is the track. I'm just doing the short one in the same car, but this is the third hardest track to master on this game. At least for me, anyways.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 80 left 6.
This here was one of the freaking hardest. This section right here, when you first start in this game.
Into left 4, tightens into flat right.
This game, but now it just feels so much better.
And right 5.
This even feels better than it ever has.
And left 6 narrows into left 4. Keep into jump over crest. To right 5, bumpy, and left
pull
4,
off a lot
right
more
3,
stuff on here now, and it's not as like twitchy and stuff, and it feels so much better to drive this now. I always wanted to try this on 10. Like, I was so mad that this track wasn't in 10, because once I learn like one of these tracks that I have a hard time with, I want to keep driving them to get better and better and better at them. And it was really frustrating to not have that with the new physics model for last year's game. But now that we got even a better physics model, I'm okay with it, because now I can come back here, and I haven't driven this track for over a year now, because I didn't play 9 really at all after 10 came out. So now I'm back to trying to get reacquainted with this track, and yeah, that might take a little while, but whoa, thanks for bumping me over, man. But my times are staying pretty close to where they were, which is good. Ooh.
Into right 3, short, don't cut. Into right 4 and left 2, short, open.
The times are staying pretty good. They're pretty consistent, and that's what you're going for, you know, is your consistency. Trying to get your track, I would shoot for consistency. If you're new to this game, just shoot for consistency. Just, that's what matters the most, is consistent. Being consistent, getting better, and as you're learning, starting to push yourself a little bit more and more every time. I do every once in a while. I'll get on here and I'll really try to push them, see if I can set a way better score, but then I usually always resort back to training mode. I always like to train myself. See, because look at that. Avoidable freaking mistake that I could have just been paying attention and slowed down. The reason why this one is so hard is because of these cliffs. The cliffs right next to the road. It's a really windy road, really snaky. This ground is a lot harder, so it's easier to get traction on, but then also lose traction at the same time. And so it's tricky. It's really tricky. You've got good traction, but you also breaks traction really easy. Like you see, like when you turn and then you hit the throttle, boom, you already got traction. But then if you brake, look at your slide. See, that's what I'm talking about. You've got amazing traction on this course. You've got amazing traction, but then you've also got really good, like it breaks loose easy. Like it breaks loose pretty easy. So if you're not in a position to where you can throttle out of it, throttle out of the slide, then you might be going over the edge. So definitely you're going to need, on this track, you're going to need some really good throttle control, as well as braking distance, and just momentum slide. Being able to slide through a momentum is really helpful through this track, and being on a decent trajectory when you go into like your turns and stuff. That definitely helps. This part right here, and the traction in a few spots does change on this, as well as the sliding. So like sliding through this stuff is not as easy as it is to slide on that harder stuff. Like this here will slow you down. This here kind of helps break your momentum a little bit. So this section here, it's going to feel different right when you get to it. See how my car's not moving as fast anymore, and I'll go to turn and then like it'll slow down faster. That's because this is deeper gravel, so it's putting more resistance towards your car, whereas the other stuff, the harder stuff, it's a lot easier to get around on. Like you start slowing down a lot quicker, and then you get back to this stuff that's harder, gives you more traction and better slide. No resistance slide, or a lot less resistance slide, so you slide farther. See, I just did that whole slide without any freaking any extra power band or throttle. See how I slide right up into that hill? This is a lot easier slide, but it's also a lot nicer, a lot faster for the, see, like right there, boom. I can pull out on that. If you're in the right trajectory, you can hit the throttle and move faster. This is a really good track to learn some of this stuff, to learn some of this counter steering, some of this freaking throttle out, being able to throttle out of a slide. See, like you're sliding, boom, and then you pull right back on. See that guy? He didn't do it. Ooh, I might have beat him by a fraction of a second, but that's good. This is a good track for learning that. Well, I probably talked your ear off, and I hope you appreciate these videos that I make, and I hope you appreciate this one. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And thank you for watching if you made it this long.